If you're reading this, chances are the thought of rejection makes your stomach twist into knots. Maybe you've rehearsed what you'd say to a woman you're interested in, only to freeze when the moment comes. Maybe you've been ghosted after a few promising dates and wondered, was it something I said? Or perhaps you've carried a rejection from years ago like a quiet scar, making you hesitant to put yourself out there again. If that's you, I want you to know something important. You are not broken. Fear of rejection is one of the most common struggles men face in dating today. I've coached men in their 20s, 30s, 40s, even 50s, and no matter the age or background, this theme shows up again and again. The good news is, rejection isn't the monster your mind makes it out to be. With the right perspective and tools, you can turn rejection from a crippling fear into a stepping stone toward authentic connection. So let's dive deep into this together. Why men fear rejection so intensely. First, let's normalize what you feel. Fear of rejection isn't weakness, it's human biology and psychology at work. For our ancestors, being rejected by the tribe could literally mean danger or death. Fast forward thousands of years, and that primal fear still echoes in our nervous system, even though in modern dating, rejection is rarely life threatening. But for men especially, there are a few unique layers. Societal expectation to initiate. Men are often expected to make the first move. That means more opportunities for rejection, and with it, more pressure to perform. Ego and identity. Many men tie their sense of worth to external validation. If a woman says no, it can feel like I'm not good enough as a man instead of simply, we're not a match. Cultural messages. Movies and social media often glamorize effortless charm. So when reality hits, awkward silences, unanswered texts, it can feel like you're failing at something you were supposed to be naturally good at. Understanding these roots is the first step. Once you see that fear of rejection is not a personal flaw, but a universal human response, you stop blaming yourself and start learning how to handle it with resilience. A hidden cost of letting fear control you. When fear of rejection runs the show, it doesn't just keep you from asking a woman out. It seeps into every part of your dating journey. Paralysis at the start. You hesitate to approach or swipe right, missing opportunities before they even exist. Overthinking messages. You rewrite texts 10 times, trying to craft the perfect one, only to send something stiff and unnatural. Holding back emotionally. You stay guarded, afraid to reveal too much of yourself, which ironically prevents deeper connection. Settling for less. You avoid pursuing women you're genuinely attracted to, convincing yourself, she's out of my league. Fear doesn't protect you, it cages you. And the tragedy is, it keeps you from experiencing the love and intimacy you deserve. A fresh perspective. What rejection really means. Here's a mindset shift I want you to tattoo on your brain. Rejection is not a verdict on your worth. Rejection is feedback. Think of it like trying on shoes. If a pair doesn't fit, you don't take it personally. You don't say, I must be unworthy of wearing shoes. You simply put them back and look for a pair that feels right. Dating works the same way. When someone says no, what they're really saying is, I'm not the right fit for you, and you are not the right fit for me. That's valuable information. Would you rather waste months forcing something artificial, or learn quickly and make space for someone who's truly aligned with you? Stories I hear from my clients. Let me share two stories, with permission, names changed, that might sound familiar. Mark, 32. He told me, I can't handle another no. Every time a woman rejects me, it feels like I'm back in high school, humiliated in front of everyone. After unpacking his history, we realized he was carrying one painful memory from years ago like it defined him. By reframing rejection as part of the process, Mark learned to approach women without needing their approval for self-validation. Today, he dates confidently and sees no as redirection, not humiliation. David, 41, divorced and back in the dating pool. David felt rusty. He said, I don't even want to try, because what if I get rejected after opening up? Through coaching, David practiced small, low-stakes interactions, chatting with strangers at the coffee shop. Bit by bit, he built resilience. Now he sees rejection not as failure, but as filtering, helping him find women who genuinely align with his values. Both men discovered that rejection didn't diminish them, it guided them. Practical steps to overcome fear of rejection. All right, let's get tactical. Here are strategies I give my clients to build resilience. 1. Separate self worth from outcome. You are not your last date, your last text, or your last no. Repeat this to yourself. Your value as a man is intrinsic. It doesn't rise or fall based on whether someone is attracted to you. 2. Reframe the no. Instead of she rejected me, try she wasn't the right fit. That's one step closer to someone who is right for me. I respect her honesty. It saves me time and energy. 3. Practice small rejections. Exposure therapy works wonders. Start small. Ask for an extra topping at a restaurant. Compliment a stranger. Or strike up casual conversations. Build your tolerance for no in low-stakes scenarios. 4. Focus on process, not perfection. Your goal isn't to win every woman's approval. Your goal is to express yourself authentically and see who resonates. When you focus on practice over perfection, rejection feels less catastrophic. Expand your life beyond dating. The richer your life, friends, hobbies, fitness, career, the less weight rejection carries. You won't pin all your self-worth on whether one woman says yes. 6. Celebrate the attempt. Even if the answer is no, celebrate the courage it took to put yourself out there. Every step builds confidence. 7. Seek feedback from trusted sources. Sometimes rejection is about compatibility, but other times small tweaks help, like improving posture, grooming, or conversational flow. Don't be afraid to ask a trusted coach, mentor, or friend for constructive input. The mindset of men who handle rejection well. In my years as a coach, I've noticed men who thrive in dating share a few common mindsets. They see dating as exploration, not evaluation. They aren't desperate to prove themselves, they're curious to see who they click with. They know abundance exists. They don't cling to one woman as their only chance. They trust that more opportunities will come. They find meaning in growth. Every rejection is a lesson that sharpens their awareness of what they want and how they show up. They laugh at themselves. They don't take rejection personally. They see the humor in awkward moments and move on gracefully. You can cultivate these mindsets too. It's not about faking confidence. It's about shifting perspective until rejection truly feels lighter. A heart-to-heart. Why you'll survive rejection. Let me speak to you directly here. The worst rejection you imagine, the woman rolling her eyes, the date ghosting you, the awkward silence when you confess your feelings, guess what? You will survive it. I've watched men crumble inside from the anticipation of rejection, but when it actually happened, they realized, oh, that wasn't nearly as bad as I built it up in my head. Most women won't mock or humiliate you. They'll politely decline. And if someone does react cruelly, that speaks volumes about them, not you. So let's call fears bluff. The scenarios you dread aren't deadly. They're manageable. And every time you face rejection and bounce back, the fear loses power. Imagine this future version of you. Close your eyes for a second and picture yourself 6 months from now. You walk into a cafe, see a woman who catches your eye, and instead of freezing, you smile, walk over, and strike up a genuine conversation. If she's not interested, you thank her warmly, feel no sting, and move on with your day. Later that week, you match with someone online, go on a date, and show up fully yourself. No masks, no overthinking. Some women say no, some say yes, but none of it shakes your self-worth. That's what's possible when you stop letting fear of rejection control you. Closing thoughts. Rejection isn't the enemy, it's a teacher. It's the world's way of guiding you toward alignment, growth, and ultimately, the relationship that's meant for you. So next time you feel that familiar anxiety rise, remember my words. You are worthy, you are enough, and a no is never the end of your story. You don't need to be fearless, you just need to be brave enough to act despite the fear. That's where real confidence is born.